Hello everybody, ladies and gentlemen, strangers, associates, and friends and frenemies alike. Welcome to the predictions for the 2021 edition of Crown Jewel. This pay-per-view will take place tomorrow at the somewhat strange time of noon Eastern, but in Saudi Arabia, where it takes place, that's around 7 p.m., so it does make sense. Now, before we get into things, for those of you who may have been wondering how things panned out with last month's predictions, myself and Mike Tavius, aka Michael Hensley, did have dueling projections for WWE Extreme Rules. And once again, Mike Tavius has been crushed 1-6 in the Extreme Rules predictions. So he was kind enough to donate to Joyful Heart Foundation, and so thank you, Mike Tavius, and everyone who donated to Reign or Joyful Heart Foundation. Thank you all so much. All right, let's get to it. So for the first match, I have RKBRO, Randy Orton and Riddle versus AJ Styles and Omos for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Now I think RKBRO is going to take this one and retain. Now, the reasoning for this is they're not ready to break up AJ Styles and Omos as a team just yet. Omos isn't quite ready to hang on his own, and they kind of need to keep challenging in order to do that. Now, WWE doesn't have the greatest track record with having new matches. We have a lot of rematches all the time, and so for AJ and Omos to continue challenging Randy Orton and Riddle, obviously they have to remain a tag team. So next we have Bobby Lashley versus Goldberg in a no-holds license to kill match. So we have the Saudi crowd. They're high on Goldberg. They really love him. There's no title on the line, so there's no risk of Goldberg, becoming WWE champion and having to defend it in that way. Lashley's no longer the champion, so Goldberg is going to win and defeat Bobby Lashley. Next we have Finn Balor versus Xavier Woods in the King of the Ring tournament finals. Xavier Woods has been campaigning extremely hard. There's a huge social media following to him possibly becoming King of the Ring. As I've said in previous videos, Finn has absolutely nothing to gain from becoming King of the Ring at this time. He's already challenged Roman Reigns both as himself and the Demon Finn persona. He lost both times, so there's really nothing here for him. There's really no place for him to go, no benefit from becoming King of the Ring. I think Xavier Woods will in fact become King of the Ring. Or maybe, I'm just hoping that Xavier Woods will become King of the Ring. I can totally see WWE being huge, massive heels and booking Finn to become King of the Ring just because everyone wants Xavier to be, but either way, I hope Xavier will be King of the Ring. But next we have Doudrop versus Zelina Vega in the Queen's Crown Tournament Finals. Now this one's going to be a little interesting because it's going to be historic in the profiles of your potential queens that you have. So you're either, as your first queen of the ring, going to have Zelina, who's Latina, or you're going to have Doudrop, who is Scottish. And she's also, a larger woman, so you have that kind of body positivity side of it as well. I think Doudrop is getting over as a character, and maybe Zelina not quite as much at the moment. But since they'll likely want one winner from each brand, if Xavier is going to be King of the Ring from Raw, then probably Zelina Vega will be the queen, the first queen of the ring, possibly with interference from Eva Marie so that it's not so clean and Doudrop just doesn't look like she's fit to be queen. So next there's Edge versus Seth Rollins in a Hell in a Cell match. This one was hard for me to figure out. I feel like I say that every single time that Edge and Rollins face each other on a pay-per-view, but it is. I believe though that Edge is going to defeat Seth Rollins. This will kind of shut the door on the feud once and for all, but send Rollins into a spiral, like make him even more crazed and enraged than he already is. It's also going to allow Edge to take time off if he'd like. It's kind of the best of both worlds. I definitely see Edge taking this one. There's the explosion, the implosion, however you want to call it, of Mansoor and Mustafa Ali. This tag team has completely disintegrated. Now we have these two people going at each other, mentor and mentee. Mansoor is going to get the big pop for his home country. That doesn't necessarily mean that he'll win, but in order to send the fans home happy, I'm leaning towards them actually giving Mansoor the win. Mansoor winning, or even just his being featured, is going to be a fantastic moment that'll feel really good before we don't see them anymore for months. I hate it. That's exactly what's going to happen. And there have been so many recently broken tag teams, from Veer and Shanky, Natalya and Tamina, Mace and T-Bar, Shotzi and Knox, and now Mustafa Ali and Mansoor. It's just really, really unfortunate that they had to be a casualty in this way. So now we have Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks in a triple threat match for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. Becky Lynch is going to retain. The heat's still there for the man, and the titles need to be sorted for Survivor Series. You still have to stretch out that potential storyline of the SmackDown Women's Champion now being on Raw and the Raw Women's Champion now being on SmackDown. So Becky Lynch needs to retain for now so that can go on through Survivor Series. I'm not sure exactly how it'll happen, especially since under triple threat rules there can be no disqualifications. Maybe she, throws Sasha out, pins Bianca Belair. Maybe she throws Bianca Belair out and pins Sasha. I could see that one a little bit better, just to try to protect Bianca a little bit. But either way, I think Becky's going to retain. So here, in probably what's going to be the semi-main event, we have WWE Champion Big E versus the Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. So Drew is on his way to SmackDown, more than likely to challenge Roman for the Universal Championship. Big E just got the title, pretty cut and dry. They're going to encounter each other at Survivor Series as champions. Big E is going to win. Lastly, for the main event, we have Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for the WWE Universal Championship. Shock of the century, shock of all shocks, upset of all upsets. Roman Reigns is going to win. Obviously, Roman Reigns is going to win. He's going to slay the beast. He's slayed demons. I don't know, dragons, squids. Is there a wrestler whose nickname is the Squid? He's slayed kings and princes and just anything that you can think of. He's done it, and he's going to add a beast to his list of contest conquests. He's going to continue that march on to Survivor Series with Big E, and by extension, the Bloodline versus the New Day, and in months, possibly this WrestleMania match with The Rock. And kind of lightning round format, very quick. These are my predictions for Crown Jewel. It's that time again, folks. What do you all think? Who are your predictions for these matches? Are there any possible surprises that may arise? Let me know down in the comments. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Tap that bell icon to make sure you get notifications for when the videos arrive. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.